Yeah, I know. I'm trying to figure it out. Give me just one. See now? See, can you hear me now? Can you hear me now? So weird. I don't know why it does that. Okay, I'm just gonna assume that y'all can hear me. Sorry, I don't know. Something with the phone seems to do something on the volume. Don't know why. Today is going to be Earth signs. So we have Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn, and if I get time later today, I will do the fire or air, one or the other. Imrana, welcome. Ugo Maria, welcome. Rahul Saini. Oh my, I'm gonna butcher your names. I'm so sorry. If I do, respectfully, um, I don't mean it in any kind of bad way. Sorry it took so long with the volume. I have to try and figure it out, but unfortunately, it doesn't show me any reason why until I'm live. So, and you gotta pardon the washing machine in the back there. It's on the spin cycle, so you gotta give it a minute. Um, what are we at? Let's say 6 minutes. We're gonna start us. I like to do it this way. That way, the timestamps, when I post the description, we can go back in and you can just click on them. Uh, so it's easier for you. How's everybody doing today? Hope everybody's doing well. Lavana, welcome. How are you? Give me a minute to just get some of my cards out. I do a lot of alchemy emotion, emotional awareness. And these, when I pull cards, it's about action steps. How are you? I hope you're doing well. It's about action steps, how we can show up with a little more self love, all that good stuff. It's not, we're not dealing with drama or any of that other stuff. The idea is that each day we show up with self love, little extra accountability in the best possible way, and giving ourselves grace. Sorry, I had to, my lips were dry and I can't handle it. Will drive myself crazy. Okay, so we have Taurus to start. Give me just 2 seconds here. Which country do you stay? I'm in Canada. Where are you? All right. Can I have a gratitude for my Tauruses? A way to show up with a little more gratitude, a little more love. The more one does and sees and feels, the more one is able to do. And the more genuine may be one's appreciation of fundamental things like home and love and understanding companionship. Reflect on ways in which you have opened your heart to seeing, feeling, and experiencing more joy in your life. What ways can you open your heart that you haven't yet considered? That comes with being more vulnerable, which I feel like there's this kind of time and place going on right now where I think the whole world is becoming a little more vulnerable. Not weak, but vulnerable in a way where they're starting to see the things that aren't okay. Hi, Grant. How are you? Good morning. Welcome, welcome. I feel like with all the divisive stuff going on in the world, and all of the signs are feeling a little extra vulnerable. And I don't, and it's not in a way like they feel scared or worried. They feel sad. It's opening up their heart space, and the confusion of all the things like, at the end of the day, things like war, things that are going on now in the world are, nobody cares about oil. Nobody cares about that stuff. They're starting to understand that, these wars is damaging families, that parents and children and homesteads. And they're starting to see the bigger picture and not be caught up in all the other thing. People are just living their lives. And when they start, that whole vulnerability opens up a whole new world, because now they're trying to understand, well, how can I do better in my area, in my space? What am I doing now? I'm reading the energy and ways to show up in self love, self care for the earth signs today. This one is Taurus. I'm talking about how part of being grateful and living in a space of gratitude means recognizing the places where you're very lucky, that you're safe right now. And there's lots of things going on. And being vulnerable is one of the easiest spaces to be grateful for, the ability to be vulnerable, which is really, sometimes people get a little confused and not sure how to deal or understand it, but truly, your vulnerability is a superpower because it allows you to step outside of yourself and see something bigger than yourself, and just get curious and find compassion for those. Because at the end of the day, these things are just, the one or two or 10 people that are wanting something bad. Um, are getting what they want, and all the other vulnerable people are the ones getting hurt. So that was quick. No matter how much falls on us, we keep plowing ahead. That's the only way to keep the roads clear. Amen. Think of a time recently when you have pushed on, be it through exhaustion or obstacles. Find contentment in your strength. I just explained what the topic was: self love, self care, gratitude. Um, all of my topics, when I talk about it, for the signs, is how the planetary alignments, all the things going on out there, help us specifically focus on certain things. So there's ways we could show up and be more accountable, more compassionate, more kind to ourselves, show up with more self love, checking in, being present, not in the past or in the future, being in the now. Um, these are the ways that I focus, and that's what I try to help everybody else focus on. So these cards are telling you how to show up, give you some action steps, some ideas, some ways that you can think, express, reflect on, that are going to help you show up in a space of gratitude, self love, and inner peace. Amaya, good morning. How are you? I hope you're doing well. We are doing earth signs today. Maybe I might do either air or fire after I go get Grace when we get home. I hope you're doing really well. Oh, you got two: big picture thinking and star keeper. And this is the one I'm going to read. I know, in 2 days. I don't get too nervous. Just relax. Understand everything is going to be just perfect. And make sure you're getting all the rest. Don't worry about it. Just stay at peace. Do everything you can, and it'll be all good. And this is for Taurus. Oh, and at the end, at the bottom of the deck, I'm going to show it because it says the Great Severing. You're trying to figure out how to reconnect to Mother Earth, because that abandonment, it really does feel like abandonment, truly, when you disconnect from the earth. And with all of the things going on where we don't get to ground in nature, it really creates that separation, which uh, leaves you with that feeling of abandonment, and you're not sure why. So the best way to do that is get out in nature, get your feet in the ground, go play in the dirt, go hug a tree, like really get it out in nature, hear the sounds. I'm ready. That's good. I'm so glad. It's exciting. Just get it done and over with. And time to rest. Angel number 38 might be something too. Whenever I speak out some angel numbers, ones that I see, ones that pop out while I'm doing these, those are if you have the moment to do the research, the homework, let's call it, uh, those questions that are nagging at you, that are you're wanting to ask, maybe not even sure how to ask. If you go look up those angel numbers, you'll find the answer that you're looking for. Trini, hi, how are you? You are my member. Yes. I want a theme song. But I know I meant to email you. See, I get sidetracked and then I forget. But while we're here, yes, I do. But I want it to be something that I don't want to give the idea for it. I want it to be something that you make because you're the music genius. You're the one that does it already. So, but yes, I do. So whenever you do that, I would just love it. Okay, so we have big picture thinking. I hope you had a good weekend. The Pleiadians are our cosmic cousins. They're here to remind us that it's never too late to learn new things and change the future. You're being called to be a visionary for the planet, to take a breath, shake off what you've been taught about the world, and hold a new vision for humanity. That's that vulnerability. That's that checking in, that understanding. The only way through these tough times, the only way uh, to get to the other side is to open your heart and to truly be vulnerable. It doesn't mean you have to be vulnerable with the whole world yet, but learn how to be it with yourself. Learn how to check in. Learn how to check yourself when you're second guessing or when you're criticizing yourself when you don't need to. Okay, I'm going to put something together. That's fantastic. That's actually really exciting. I can't wait. I'm such a geek for stuff like that. And I've been learning the AI stuff, so I'll have to make a cool video too and put the music in the background. Uh, that'll be your featured video. Once I get it figured out, it takes me time. I'm slow, but once I get it, I'll get it good. All right. You're likely a natural big picture thinker, here to generate ideas for the future, here to birth a new age and dream a new world into being. The future will be woven by dream makers like you, by those with enough courage to question the way things have been and envision new possibilities for the planet. The world needs more artists, dreamers, inventors, and visionary thinkers. Perhaps you've had an idea recently that you're being called to usher in. If so, this card is your confirmation that it's divinely guided. The Pleiadians support us in this important stage of Earth's development. They want us to know that our decisions we make today will affect the well being of our planet and all its species. They're calling on you to be a leader of the future, to hold a clear vision of what's possible, to trust that vision and follow it through with daily action, to dream a new world into being, to hold your mind open and try not to worry about what others think. For it takes great courage to pave a new path, to trust a vision before it's a reality. And when I tell you, that's exactly how I kind of moved. When I started doing this, even doing it now, I have 250 fantastic subscribers that show up and they show out for me. They truly, truly do. And I'm really grateful. But at the beginning, I did this for probably a solid year and I had 5 subscribers, 7 subscribers. Um, it took so long and I just kept showing up and I just kept doing it. And this is just one example, right? Through the thick and thin, I showed up and I did what I had to do. And when we start thinking like that and we open our heart and we start trusting that we're doing the right things, we have a really, really fantastic space to move forward. uh, Things just start aligning and coming together and it's absolutely beautiful. So this is your affirmation for this, or your reflection. Sorry. How are you being called to step up and lead? What new ideas or creations are you being called to pursue? And it's not about being perfect. It's not about knowing all the way, but that vulnerability that I've been talking about, the ideas that come to your brain, the things you're that are there and they're just kind of there and they keep popping up and you're like, let's not think about that now. There's no time for that. No time for that. And you literally put it away and you keep packing it behind. And what it's saying is now's the time to be vulnerable and curious, just like a child, and get out there and You don't have to do it all today, but do a little research. Look into something. Find something that absolutely makes your heart sing. And if you don't know what that is, get out and do something about it. Go try something new. Go sit on the ground. Just literally sit in a park and eat your lunch. You don't have to do anything crazy. Just literally connect with Mother Nature. And those ideas, the just that alone can ground you. It can neutralize the dizziness, nauseous, any of those things that you're feeling, anxiety, just that small thing. And when you start doing that and finding that that 2 minutes, that 5 minutes you sat there gave you the calm, that's your safe space. That's when you create that space where you feel like you can do whatever you want. And the idea is to do it once, to do it twice, start practicing it, show up and do it again. And eventually, what it's going to do is it's going to empower you, and you're going to get to that safe space and that little moment of peace, and you're going to start dreaming about the things that you could actually do. And instead of packing it away, you're going to say, okay, I could do this. I could surely do this. Why don't I just try? We're not telling you quit your job, go do something, and start your whole life over. We're saying start finding something that drives you, that takes you out of the chaos and allows you that peace, and almost always is going to drive you to your future. And that's pretty exciting. Okay, can I have a zodiac for my Tauruses? That vault. Okay, Capricorn, new direction and collaboration. When you start collaborating with the universe, you're definitely going to go in a new direction, right? And uh, it's not about dropping everything and running away. It's about understanding that that new direction. It's just finding a little bit more time for you and your passions, getting a little vulnerable with yourself and saying, because you know how many people don't do things that they really want to do because they're afraid of what people would think. But that's usually almost always our own mind, our own thought process, our own things that we're holding on to. But if we were to let go of that and be vulnerable, oh my God, I can't speak today, enough to check ourselves and say, hey, am I really thinking that critically? And why would somebody not like something that I'm doing? And even if they do, how does that affect me? Right. And when you start checking yourself like that, you'll find that almost every time you do, you're going to find that you're right. Right. If I just went and did it, if I started doing it and took that time for me because it makes me happy, then I could be really at a good place. So when you start checking yourself, that vulnerability comes in such small ways, sometimes really big ways, but a lot of times it's those small ways that are just saying to you, hey, I need you to pay attention now. I need you to check yourself, and I need you to do something that makes you smile, that brings you joy, and that allows you the space to feel good about what you're doing and moving forward. And that's really all you're doing. And learning to be grateful for the fact that you have that ability. If you're breathing, you have an ability to change your mind every single day, and every time you make a little better choice, and every time you show up for yourself in such a good manner, uh, you empower yourself, and you get curious, and you start trusting that you can do literally anything that you want. When your parents say to you when you're a kid, you can do anything you want, uh, if you put your mind to it. It's not just about putting your mind to it. You got to put the action behind it. You don't have to know all the ways, but show up. The programs that I build, the workshops that actually that's this Thursday. And if you want, go to my website. It's free workshop. It's about getting unstuck, learning ways to show up in a better space. A new start is coming. There's a link. It will be in the description here, but there's also a link in my bio. Um, yeah, you're learning to show up for yourself. You're taking that chance on yourself, and you're realizing that the only way a new start comes is when you open your heart and start trusting yourself. And you're starting to do a really good job of that. It takes time. It takes practice. It's not about uh, being mean to yourself when it doesn't work out. It's about saying, okay, how could I pivot? Well, maybe that's not the best thing that I like for me. Can I try something else? But you start to be more and more empowered, and you're learning that being vulnerable actually allows you to get through a lot of these spaces uh, that could be just so hard or overwhelming. And what it does is it's teaching you resilience and resourcefulness, and it's allowing you the space to say, hey, I got through to the other side. You might not know it till you're at the other side, but it will show up. And when you keep being persistent and keep showing up and checking in with yourself along the way, you're making that process a lot easier, right? Sisterhood of the Rose. Let's see what we got here. This is for my Tauruses, in case y'all forgot. Um, Angel number 78. That's a good number, too. All right. The Sisterhood of the Rose is a lineage of priestesses and mystics who devoted their lives to serving humanity and seeding the light of consciousness all over the earth. A cross section of ancient lineages is the path of devotion and beauty. Walking this path means being devoted to seeing and creating beauty wherever you go. The rose symbolizes the heart and the sacred geometry of all of life. You are being called to notice the beauty around you, particularly in nature. Didn't I just say that? And hear the whispers of Mother Earth. You're being called to spend more time in nature as all the ancient secrets live there. Mother Earth is constantly whispering, spend time admiring her grace. You're being called to take a little more time to both notice the beauty that exists around you and contribute to the beauty of the world in your own way. This could be through your own creations or in the little things like how you dress to picking flowers for your home. Every time you devote your time to creating beauty, you harmonize the planet a little more and the shift in vibration can be felt. Hi, Fabrics. How are you? Okay. How are you? I hope you're doing good. Sorry, the notifications come up. I have to look over here because I can't really see the screen on my phone. Surround yourself with beauty and create beauty wherever you go. Literally, it's so funny. It just confirmed everything I said. You're starting to understand that vulnerability is what creates is actually your one of your biggest strengths. And when you can be vulnerable enough with yourself, you're allowing space to see the beauty, to sit in nature, to understand that that's where all the ideas, that's where all of the beauty comes from. The universe just doing what it does, whether we're here or not. When you sit back and sometimes just watch in awe and seeing all the miracles that happen every day, it creates a completely different space for us, right? It allows you that space to dream big and then dream a little bigger. And you already know how I am with that. I think that the more we dream, and the bigger our dream is, the harder we have to work, yes, but it doesn't mean it's not going to happen. And the more you get to see the beauty actually open up, you get to see all of the opportunities open up when you start trusting yourself. But if you don't give yourself the space to start trusting yourself, I love that I got an itchy nose. That was right on the nose, I guess. Communication and co-creation. Yeah, Taurus. I just think you're starting to understand that to get out of your shell and to do all the things, you have to get vulnerable first with yourself, um, and then start connecting with nature. That separation, when we don't get out in nature enough, and I know a lot of times with the seasons, some of us don't get out as much, and I know I'm guilty of it too, because it's cold and wet or damp or whatever. But the summer is coming. We're in spring. This is the time, if any, to get out in nature. And if you struggle with that, get a plant. Like get a plant. You see, that's my little plant there, and his name is Chase. My daughter named it from the Paw Patrol, but I have a couple more small ones. But it's about when you can't get out in nature, making sure that you have some, right? It's actual life force, and you get to see it and watch it grow, and it makes you smile, and it grounds what you're doing. Whatever you're dreaming about, it allows you to remember, I still have to ground it, right? I have to bring it to earth. And to do that, you have to actually take the action steps. And now you're starting to understand that. And that's good because to do it, you have to co create. Nonverbal communication, love language, telepathy, unique ways of communication, light language, multidimensional information, community coexistence, relationships, meeting our higher selves, really seeing someone, and deeper listening. We normally think of information as something that can be written or spoken. But if something is multidimensional, it is almost impossible to start it with words. I feel I have quite a lot of this information in my field now, and yet my intelligence cannot fathom it. Metaphor or song may hint at its vastness, but it is more like a reminder or catalyst that encourages something to stir inside the listener. Art is one way I have sought to share this information. Whatever language you speak, the emotion and message of art and music can be understood. In my healing work, where I feel the energy that comes through hands, there is a sense that my soul and that of the client are in deep conversation. I often feel that I am much more competent at conversation in these realms. My synesthesia allows me to navigate this information in real time rather than having to slow down and translate it into words and feel constricting and dull compared to the vast yet simple nature of what I am looking to express. This is why I paint. A lot of the work I do is in the unseen realm, but I understand part of my role is to bridge those realities to inspire a wider understanding of what is possible. Thus, you may notice unusual looking codes in many of my paintings. I've experienced many visual downloads of luminescent coding that can be simple figures or complex and large enough to step into for an activation or healing transmission. The download experience is extremely blissful, visual, and with a sense of fathoming the unfathomable. And that's where I was talking about before I finish reading. That's what I'm talking about. When you go sit in nature, that peace, right? That few minutes of just breathing out, of just releasing and saying, it's okay, I'm safe to be here. And when you start to release just like that, that's when it allows you to start dreaming. That actually creates that space. You've released and made space for the inspiration and the ideas that are coming, which is really important. When I return to my normal state of being, the information no longer makes sense. People often ask about the codes in my paintings. I ask them to imagine a whole library's worth of information imbued in a single letter, then extending that to encompass a whole sentence. The codes can open to us all to the multidimensional worlds that can share. They are portals to the edges of our conceivable realities. I've come to understand the codes are light language and have reveled in meeting other visionary artists who have painted almost identical light codes. As we evolve our conscious awareness, we start to pick up on information, such as what those around us are about to say or that which the universe is trying to tell us. And you can't hear or listen to it if you're so busy caught in the past or the future. You got to be here now. You got to be in the present, and you got to be able to release. You got to make room so you can hear and understand these things. How are you communicating beyond words? Perhaps you are being misunderstood because there's a dissonance between your words, actions, and behavior and what you mean to communicate. Words are like spells, so be conscious of what you say, as you may be verbally sabotaging your intended meaning. Also, be reminded that words can mean different things to different people. Something may be getting lost in translation. An issue may be cleared through improved communication. Listen carefully to what someone has to say without interruption. Furthermore, it may feel scary to share vulnerable truth, but this may be the only way forward. This card also encourages greater exploration in the realms of telepathy, healing, and the arts such as poetry, painting, and music, where there is collective communication beyond the mind. And that's really what it is. And it says endless opportunities. That was the one underneath it. And it's very, very true. You just started, Taurus, y'all are learning how to say, okay, I'm starting to be vulnerable. I'm getting out of nature. I'm starting to understand what's going on. And you're starting to get curious. You're understanding that vulnerability is the way that opens you up, which is really good. So your music is ready. Wow, that was fast. What? Yay. Um, my email, it's not on my thing. Okay. It's Tiffany. Let me see. I don't know if we can see that well. Probably not. It's Tiffany at creativelyguided.ca. If you go to my website, Tiffany, or pardon me, creativelyguided.ca, then you can go on there. All of my info is there. But it's literally Tiffany at and then creatively guided, like this, .ca. That's my email. You can always get a hold of me there. Here, let me type it. Just make it easy. Wait. There. I did it. It takes me a moment, but I got it. So, yes, my Tauruses, you're just learning to be vulnerable. You're starting to understand. You're starting to see the things in a different perspective. And you're understanding that to do that, you have to be first vulnerable with yourself. Second, you got to start co creating with the universe. And to do that, you got to sit out in nature. You got to do the things that drive you. You got to get quiet and get out of the chaos for just a little bit. Oh, 444 protection, and you got to protect your energy. You got to check yourself. You know, when things aren't feeling right, when things are all over the place, you kind of have to give yourself space. So 444, this is your number for the month. You start seeing it around, start showing up on clocks, you start seeing it on license plates, whatever it may be. Just understand you are protected always. God is always protecting you. The angels are protecting you, but you still need to be focused on your own protection, learning how to clear your energy. So, transformation, courage, alignment, clarity, purpose, strength, and divine love. Prepare for the blessings you've been waiting for. They're on their way. You were born for a higher purpose. Focus your energy on your goals, and trust that the universe will align the right people, opportunities, and resources to realize your dreams. You're always protected, but make sure you're doing the things. Clear your energy, do all that good stuff. Uh, Keep yourself safe. Look at it. Then four, and just in case you were at the bottom of the deck, 4444, blessing in disguise. So even understanding that when you're checking yourself and you're doing those things, you're doing it in all the ways that are best for you. You are protected, and it's like, think of it like this: when you're thinking about what you want to create, what you want to do, all of those things. Um, just imagine it like this, like if you knew that you were going to be supported and everything was going to be perfectly easy in this world for you to get there, what would you want to do? And when you start doing it like that, start seeing it like that, then you have a different space. Hold on, let me check. Yeah, this is it. Okay, hold on. Okay, can I play it on here? Like, can I play it without yeah, I got it. Creativity guides me. I love it. Can I play it on here? Like, can I play it? Hold on, I gotta mute my other. Open my mind. Is that really loud? I can see. Woke up to silence, hear my spirit speak. Yeah. Every little moment got a message for me. No rush, no noise, just breathe and be. Finding my direction, living consciously. Sorry, we're having music break time. I love this so much. Grounded in the present, everything feels right. Lessons in the fall, wisdom in the rise. Every step I take, I'm seeing with new eyes. Slow down, feel the energy. I got two songs. Hi, Kay. Did you hear the song? This is what Trini just made for me. I got two. Creativity guides me. Creativity guides me. Opens up my soul. Every little piece I love it so much. Grounded in my spirit, I can finally speak. Higher elevation. Creativity guides me. Oh, you sang me another one. Creativity guides me. I see it. It is so cool, eh? I love it. It's a good vibe too. We're taking a song break. Sorry, guys. I love this so much. I'm not apologizing. It's amazing. It sounds like I did a song with Chris Brown. I didn't do anything. Trini did it. Trini's amazing. I love the words too. It's on point. I love it so much. Like I did a song with Chris Brown. I'm gonna have to make up a dance for it now. It's very cool. He sent me two, so I want to see the other one too after this. I'm gonna have to make a short playing with this. I'm gonna make sure Grace is home. We're gonna do a little dance to it. I love it so much. Do you have a pet? I do not. This is the first one. I'm gonna listen to the second one too. I do not have a pet. Thank you. Welcome. I love it. I love this so much. You know this is going to be on my playlist, so every single time I'm cleaning the house, it's going to be playing. It's like the perfect vibe. It's enough where you can still chill and watch it or listen to it, but also the one where you get something done, where you're cleaning the house, doing all those things. It's fantastic. Kay is amazing. She's one of my most favorite ladies. Okay, let me see this other one. Where'd it go? Oh, because I opened it. I scared myself. That's amazing. I'm so happy. Yeah, I got to figure out how to do that stuff. I I I think that would be cool. Like even just a small clip of it, right? And then it could play quietly in the background. It's amazing. Trini is badass. Trini is really good at this stuff. You should hear the ones that he's made so far for people. Super amazing. Did I download it already? Uh-oh. I get two. I'm so excited. I'm such a geek sometimes. I don't even care. This is the next one. I love it. And this one's chill. This one's like a little bit more calm, so we could actually chill with that one. I think the other one I would have to get up. Oh, I take it back. I take it back. The beat is on. He's fantastic. Wait till you see the food he makes. He's gonna get us all in trouble. We're gonna be fat. Just wanted to cook. I already have two of them bookmarked, and I might try one of the rices. My friends are coming over this weekend with the kids, so I'm pretty excited to do that. I love this. Wait until I play this for Miss Grace. She is just going to be so stoked. Yeah, the long form. I got to figure out how to do that. Add it as a, like to my long clips. I love it so much. I gotta learn how to edit stuff so I can really add these in, like for my premieres and stuff too. Like, I want to make like an AI kind of video to go with this, And then it could be like an intro in, which would be really cool. Having a fantastic day. What are you? I forget, Miss K. What are you for sign? What's your sun sign? I'm doing earth signs today, but I love this so much. Scorpio, I thought so, because you were here for the last one, right? Last month. Oh no, for this month, water signs. I just did them the other day. Your signs? Oh, that's fire signs. That'll be either today or tomorrow. December, right? I'm a Leo. I'm a fire sign too. Yeah, I'm sure I saw your comment on it. That's what I remember. I love this so much. I wish I could sing like that. If I could sing like that. Yeah, I love this. I'm so stoked. I'm going to start playing around. I want to start doing something with it. I appreciate it. I got two. I feel so loved. Miss Grace is going to be jamming out. I'm so stoked for this. Wait till she comes home and she hears that. She's like, she's so funny when she gets excited too. I'm in love. It's amazing. Thank you so much. I can't even wait. I'm going to start. Now I have to start focusing on editing and getting my crap together so I can actually do cool stuff with it. Creating an intro would be really cool too. I'm sure I can. I'm learning. If you see my couple little AI videos that I did, they're very short. They're not that great yet. But if I can make a good one and add it with that music, it's amazing. Oh, thank you so much. I'm such a geek. I don't care. I'm gonna be putting it on everywhere. And it's also gonna help me get my butt motivated cleaning my house. I was getting organized today. I got a bunch of it done and I made a deal. I'm like, you have to do some of this work and then go back to that. And because, like doing laundry, the little stuff. But what happens is I've been trying to put these shelves up for like, I don't know, probably a month and I keep doing it. Tomorrow I will send you the rhythm. Yeah. I don't know what that means. What does that mean? Like the beat to it? You gotta bear with me because I don't know crap about laying out music. I have the song and that makes me happy. That's all I can say. Look at my greatest experience of freedom comes when I let go of what others think of me. That's the Tauruses. Oh yeah, just the background music. So then I could, if I wanted to like play that in the background to some of my videos and stuff too, then it would still be playing the beat to it, right? That's what you mean? I like the words though. I would just have to play it really, really low. Hi, Tommy. Oh, you missed it. I got a song. Trini made it for me. 2 songs. Amazing. How are you? I hope you had a good weekend. I'm just doing the earth signs now. No, I did cut it in and out. I don't want to say cut it in and out. We've been back and forth, but that's because we had little sidetracks, but amazing sidetracks. These songs are so friggin' cool. I'm not that talented. I can't make that stuff it. But you made it perfectly. And the words, I was listening to the words so much because it completely aligns with how I behave, how I think, how I act, and how I share all my stuff. So I was like listening to the words and it was perfect. I was so excited. Right side up. Just had to drop a like before I get back to work. Hey, I hope you have a fantastic day. Don't work too hard though. And you got to do a little bit of work after all that vacationing on the boat. I shouldn't say vacationing. After all that time off fishing and chilling. What a lucky weekend you had. It was beautiful. It looked like it was beautiful. So at the end of the day, you still got to do a little bit of work. That's like me. This weekend, I didn't do much of anything either. I hung out with my kiddo. We've been getting the garden ready, all that good stuff. And that's all I care about. Just next weekend is friends and not family, but friends coming. They're like family. They're coming for the weekend. The kids playing outside, some good food. It's going to be pretty exciting. So don't work too hard. Take it easy. And Trini, oh my God, I'm so happy. Thank you so much. Now I got sidetracked. Where am I? Oh, Virgo. We're going to start Virgo here in a minute. How about we leave it to 50? I got to watch the time too because I get myself in trouble. I do get myself in trouble and then I'm pushing it till last minute running to get my kiddo. I know me very, very well. I'll tell you that. All right. Let's focus for 1 minute for my Virgos. How are they showing up for the month of April? What can they look for? What can they do to show up with a little more self-love? That's the one, eh? Self-care is not selfish. This one took me a long time to learn. You cannot serve from an empty vessel. Ask for help when you need it today. Allow others the chance to help you succeed. Amen. And it's the small things. It's those little things like Trini showing up these beautiful songs. These are gifts. These are people doing kind things for you. Um, and they are going to help you succeed. It adds value. It adds value to the things um, that you can do. He's adding value. So when I start, I know it's going to take me a little time, but when I figure out how to add it properly into my songs, into my videos, and all that stuff, it's going to add a lot of value to that. And that's a beautiful gift. It's such a wonderful thing. And when you start understanding that there are so many people out there that want to help you, but you got to show up to help yourself first. And self love is the first step to that. And that's why I never let it go. That's why I talk about it like I do. Because when it takes you so many years to get there, and you work that hard to get there, and you realize what an actual drastic change that it makes, it's like you can't shut up about it. Why can't you shut up about it? Because you've seen firsthand what it actually does. And that's pretty amazing. All right, let me make sure that I can turn my volume back off here or I'm going to be double echoing. There we go. All right. I did make sure so I can see the chat and stuff. That came out real quick. If you can't fly, then run. If you can't run, then walk. If you can't walk, then crawl. But whatever you do, you have to keep moving forward. 1000%. Admire your own persistence. You're starting to learn that it's not just about being up in the mind. Uh, it's not about all those things. You're starting to learn that you have to balance it both. Be up in the sky, dream the dreams, imagine it, but then take whatever action steps that you possibly can to get there. Do you have to take them all? Do you know all the answers? No. But if you take two or three or four steps, if you research, if you do the things, the way the universe shows up and opens up these opportunities for you is absolutely mind blowing. All right. Can I have wait? Yeah. You're not worried about jumping in a gun. You're taking your time. Oh, you're taking the time. You're understanding that you got to check in with yourself. You got to understand you. You have to learn what's going on uh, inside to understand and match it going outside. You shared at the live. Thank you so much. I'm so excited. That like I don't think you understand how wonderful that is and how exciting that is. Uh, and I definitely have to find a way to showcase it because I really want to to share it to everybody so they can see how amazing. That's a beautiful. Both of them were amazing, and things like that. I'm such a geek for things like that. Like I love handmade things. I love when people make things uh, because they put time and effort into it. It doesn't matter if it was 2 minutes or 20 days, right? They took the time and they did it just for you, which is pretty amazing. And it's gonna get a lot of use. Uh, you have no idea. It's gonna get a lot of use, and I'm super super excited. Thank you so much. Wait, that's what it was. Angel number 118. And yes, they all have meanings. If you look it up, you'd be surprised what it's going to tell you. So, in our fast, loud, reactive, comparative world, where an instant response is so often expected and at times even a currency, it can feel almost impossible to take a breath, let go, and give ourselves space to rest, wait, and reset. We're so often in overdrive, expecting instantaneous results over and over again, and when guidance doesn't come at these extreme speeds, it can feel as though there's something wrong. But often, not receiving guidance is guidance in itself. When you ask for guidance and don't receive it, it can often mean wait, it's not time yet. The details are being woven. And I'm kind of laughing, but not laughing about this because I was talking about this kind of the other day. And this is my thing with the universe. This is my conversation with God always. Um, and I've learned to kind of laugh about it and kind of have a joke now, but in the beginning, those not responses and the things where it's like, where do I go from here? What do I do? The things where I've been doing the work, and nothing's coming. It doesn't feel like anything's coming in yet. It doesn't feel like things are happening. And I'm getting frustrated and impatient. And all I can ever hear is, you got to wait. And I would be like, really? Really, God? Like, I'm tired of waiting. I work on action, I work on getting it done. And that is my lesson that I fight with God on a regular basis. Not in a like, not in a way that's like I'm angry, but it's like when I'm getting too impatient or trying to rush through things, which I only know that's unfortunately a thing with being hyper independent. And I truly admit that. And that's good because being aware of it means that you can change it. And even when you're changing it, sometimes it sucks. But when God says me wait, I'll be like, I don't want to wait. And literally, like a spoiled little brat. And I fully admit it. And it's kind of funny because it turns into sarcasm or whatever. But I'm like, I don't want to wait. No. And then literally, I'll be driving down the street and this car will pull out in front of you and like slow right down. And then I have to slow down. And I'm like, really, God? Like, really? Like that? That's what you mean? And I have that sarcastic. And, I'm very facetious now because I trust in my connection with God. But those are things where it's like, I don't want to wait. I'm being impatient and I want to do this. And I do it all the time. Uh, but God says, yeah, right now, you got to wait. And that's what'll happen. A car will cut out, and I kind of laugh and go, "All right, you win." Because God controls it all, right? And that truly is what it is. And if I want to co-create with the universe, if I want to listen to God and follow all these things, then I have to do it the right way. And sometimes waiting, as much as it sucks, is teaching us. We don't have to always do it alone. Even though you're used to doing it alone, you're never alone. And when you start listening and thinking like that, it becomes a little easier. When you laid your heart and soul on the line, when you started my videos, the things I create here, I was doing it when nobody showed up. Now I have people that show up. I have people that show up and make songs for me. Like that's amazing. I like people that show up and just say, "Hey, I see you. I support you, even if I don't even know what you're talking about. I'm going to show up for you." And they're showing up for me as a person, which is pretty amazing, right? So when you start thinking about that weight, it's not always as much as you don't want to do it, as much as But if I hadn't waited, I wouldn't have aligned with all these amazing people. I wouldn't have aligned with the people that I'm connected with now, the people that genuinely want to see me win, just like I want to see them win. It's such a different thing. And when you stop and look at it from a different perspective, outside of, I want to do it now, and I know I'm guilty always of it. Always, always, always. And I check myself on a regular basis. All I'm saying is learn how to slow down. Trust that the universe is weaving its web and it's doing the right things. Be vulnerable. Give yourself more self love. And those times where you have to wait, where it's frustrating, that's the time where you need to be uh, taking those extra baths, going and walking in nature, doing the little exercise routine, showing up for you, checking in. How do I feel? I deserve a sweet treat. So I'm gonna go to the coffee shop and get iced coffee or something, right? Like you're gonna do something just for you. That's what that time is meant for. That wait is meant for you to say, I've done the work and I trust that everything is coming. And sometimes it sucks. I fully admit it, especially when you want everything done yesterday, because that's what how you treat yourself in even in the things you do. Got to get this done, got to get that done, got to do this, got to do that. Or you could just slow down and just wait just a little bit. Our challenge is to keep trusting when on the surface it appears nothing is happening. To remember that no matter how long or bitter the winter, spring always does come. To remember that you don't need to solve all of the world's problems in a single day, and that perhaps they'll be better solved with some more perspective and a good night's sleep. This card is your permission slip to slow down, switch off, and rest. You're being reminded to have patience and to trust in the mystery of life, to trust that things are being woven on your behalf. It may not be happening to the timeline you'd like. That's the part. That's the part. But if you gather up the patience, it will be orchestrated better than you could ever imagine. How can you slow down, be more patient, and wait? That one, I feel personally attacked by the universe right now, but I'm just kidding. But for real, it's meant for you to say, hey, yes, being hyper independent, yes, being all of those things. It happens, and it happens not because you chose to do that. It's because you many times you've had no other choice, right? 101 on the clock. And what it's saying is, new beginnings are coming, and when you start showing up, yes, admire your own persistence. Be proud of the things that you've accomplished. Be proud of you for showing up, but it's okay to ask for help. And that includes asking for help from the universe, talking to God. And I'm not going to ever judge how somebody prays or how someone deals with their connection because your connection with God and the universe is yours. But I also need to reiterate this over and over and over again because it's so important. Because if I felt it at some point, somebody out there is feeling it too. How you connect with God is your business. Okay. How you talk to God, how I talk sarcastically and do that. What? Like, are you for real, God? Thank you, God. Like, I have my moments and I talk how I talk, right? I can't sit in prayer. I can't even sit still in meditation yet. I can get 2 or 3 minutes, but realistically, I cannot do that yet, and it's okay. I'm not saying I never will be able to. I fully adjust and know for that. So I make adjustments accordingly. And I also have learned in those times down every time things have been down and out the way things should have fallen apart and just been absolute disasters. God's always lifted me out and always said, just wait, watch and see. And I promise you, when you're doing the work and you show up in the action steps, and in that time when you have to wait, it's because when the chip falls, my Lord, the way it falls, it goes boom, 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 and you're standing on the other side, and you're going, "What the hell happened? How did that happen?" God's literally smiling up above, going, "I told you, I told you. You just had to wait." And then you can't even argue. You can't even be upset because it's so in your face obvious. There's nobody else that you could say, oh no, that's me, I did that. Oh no, that happened, that happened, that happened. There's just no way you can say that that could have all taken place the way it did without God. And that's what that's meant to do. It's literally meant to show you when you loosen up, when you trust in yourself and you focus on the one thing that matters, you your own connection. If you can't connect to your own inner self, how can you connect with God? How can you connect with the universe, right? Go sit out in nature. Go absolutely sit in awe and watch the birds fly, and the butterflies, the spiders crawling through the grass. You know, don't be so mad at them. They're just living their life. Look at them, see what they're doing, watch what they're doing. Just take a moment to just be present and see what's going on around you. And you start to see, when you start to understand that, that connection becomes more and more obvious, and it becomes easier. It doesn't drain your energy, and it allows you the space to show up and start dreaming about what you can really do. And as I'm flipping through to find the page for this one, that's what flips right to. Yes, 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 yes. It's just confirming my message. It's just confirming what I'm telling you. You're already starting to show up. You've been doing the work. Okay, but you can't live your whole life. I got to do this. I got to do that. You have to take time to celebrate the wins. You got to take time to say, it's okay. I don't have all the answers right now. I've done everything I can. You have to learn to slow down. And in those moments, give yourself that extra love and reach out, ask for help, talk to God. God, I don't understand. Please show me. Show me what it is I need to learn, what I need to figure out. Just ask. But you got to get quiet to hear the answer. You got to be paying attention. You got to release some stuff to make room for the answer. All right, we got Min talking. Angel number 116. Yeah, we're up in the 111s area, which is, all your new beginnings and stuff. But to understand it, you got to, those are your new beginnings. But to do that, six is, that's your spirituality, your alignment, the balance of your masculine and feminine. That I could go on for days about what it means, but um, take those moments for yourself. Slow down. Don't push yourself. Ask for help when necessary. Yes, it can be help from other humans, but it could also be just help from the universe. To be like, hey, God, I'm really struggling. I don't know what's going on. I don't know what my next step is. Please show me. And if you just trust, sometimes you have to wait, and sometimes the no response is okay. I just have to learn to be patient. So, what happens? You take that time and focus it on you. How can I treat myself better? How can I show up better? You know, do I deserve to take this moment? Is there an exercise routine? Is there something I could do around the house? Like the gardening, whatever it is. Is there something that I could do that could bring me back to center, to get me out of chaos, so I can actually hear the answer? And that is your guidance. In those moments when you're not getting the answers, and when you're feeling like things are not going your way, or you're trying to rush through it, your answer is always going to be wait and trust. If you're knowing that you're doing everything that you're supposed to be doing, and if you're showing up and you're loving yourself, you have to trust. Because if you're doing the actions, if you're thinking the thoughts, if you're showing up, if you're treating yourself and others accordingly, what is going to happen? The universe must follow. The action must follow. Hi, Mental Raccoon. How are you? Welcome. I hope you're doing really well. I haven't been by to see you in forever. I've been crazy busy, and I feel bad because I do miss watching. Uh, it's been crazy. I have been so busy trying to get everything done with uh, my workshop, which starts the 16th. So hopefully people go and sign up for it, helping people get unstuck. And congratulations on your monetization. I knew it was going to happen quick for you. And I kept saying it, and you're like, nah, it's not going to happen. It's not going to happen. And it came quick, 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 quick. Did I see my shout out? No. When? Not yet. I haven't. From you? I've not seen anything yet. I've been live. No, I did not. Oh, how do I go look? What time is it? Okay, good. I gotta keep an eye on the time because I get myself in trouble. I'm going to see. I'm going. You should see. Okay, focus, Tiffany. one thing at a time. My brain goes way. There it is. You should see the song that Trini made for me. It's amazing. Two of them. They're amazing. I'm so happy. How do I? Aw. I'm so happy for you. You got monetized. Evangelist, hello. How are you? I'm just all over the TV. I love that so much. Hold on. I missed it. The Lord host. Praise the Lord host. Thank you. Every stream I have lately is better than the last. I told you. And I'm just laughing. Like, I'm not laughing in a bad way. I'm laughing like when you were so worried. Oh, you came in at right time, because what it was talking about. What is your sign? Why do you have to appeal? Don't be stressed. Don't be stressed. It's coming. And if you have to appeal, then why? Why? Did you do that already? Don't stress about it. It's so funny because I just finished reading the card. I don't know if you came. Resting for later with a little headache. Lots of water. You know what else will really help if you can? Go sit outside for a few minutes. Just take your shoes and socks off. If anything else, and just sit on the ground, put your feet to the ground. It will get rid of that headache really quick. Just a simple little thing. Shoes and socks off, put your feet directly in the ground, sit on the ground and just let your feet feel that ground. Not the cement, the grass, dirt. It will make a huge, huge difference. But it's so funny. I just finished reading the weight card. This is for Virgos. Those times where you're feeling when you're worrying about all the things that are supposed to happen. The reason you gotta wait is because when it comes, uh, God's gonna do everything just the right way, right? You gotta let the universe weave its web. Uh, it's one of the. I'm telling you, just it's called grounding, and it's scientifically backed. But uh, I deal with personal experience. I can go into numbers and all the research and all that, but I'll just tell you from experience. Whenever I'm feeling out of whack, you're feeling dizzy, nauseous, it's because you're ungrounded, which happens all the time from social media, from the things going on in the world, our thoughts, not being in the present, and that moment of just being present, grounding yourself, and feeling that earth, that magnetic pull will literally just pull it right out of you. It's amazing. And it's one of my favorite. Also, feet in the water. So like if you have like a lake or something near you, you know, just sitting there and putting your feet in the water uh, is just nature is just it is the cure for all really. And I know sometimes by the time we get to where we understand that, we're already so far gone in this health problem that we need other things. But to keep that uh, to maintain and to all those things to keep you grounded and happy, um, getting out of nature however that may be, but at any time trying to get your feet in the ground is always going to be the best. Your body, even laying out flat on the ground, like laying on the beach, that's why people are so relaxed. I'm so used to negative. I know, and that's okay. Yes, it's really good. Like, make sure your yard's clean. Like, no little things, no glass, because that can be really dangerous. But it's one of the best things. You're so used to negative. I know, and you know what? And you know, the reason for that is when you get so used to negative, you manifest more of it. Yeah, dirt and grass, but it feels good and probably smell good too because the smell of fresh cut grass is one of my most favorite smells in the whole world. And after the rain too, it's all over. Best smell ever. But you know, those moments that you take that time for yourself, you create space. And the only thing is, The only thing that I ever ask you to do, and especially you, because I really, when I see you feeling that negativity, I don't even want you to judge yourself. I don't want you to be mad at yourself. I don't, but all I want you to do is when you feel that negativity come up, say, "Oh, I see you." That's it. Just notice it. Be aware of it. Because when you every single time it's going to come up, if you stop and you start looking at patterns, which I teach you, you can go back to my videos, you know that's all I talk about. When if you can just become aware when it's creeping into your head, almost every single time it's when something good is about to happen. When something good is happening, when you're doing things, when things start to be um I don't want to say awkward, but when things are at that moment where there's going to be a little bit of change, a little shift coming, it doesn't even have to be a huge one, just a little shift. And what happens is trying to pull you back, is trying to keep you back in that negative mindset. But if you can focus on it and say, "Oh, I see you," and then the next time say, "I see you, and we're going to change you. We're going to change you to that positive. I have nothing to fear. Everything's going to come in just the right time." Simple little affirmations. And I know you can say, "I'll drive you crazy with that." But if you can just notice it, we're not judging. Okay. I came from such negativity. Like, I was so convinced that I wasn't worth anything, literally because of the things that I've been through. I was just broken. That was the thing that was told to me my whole life. You're broken, you're angry, you're frustrated, so nothing you say is valid. Nothing you've learned, nothing you understand. And I was always the same way in giving. Yeah, I was reactive because I was traumatized over and over. But my love and the way I dealt with people, the way I tried to help people, actually, I would always help them way more than I ever helped myself, right? Because just wanted somebody to do that for me. So, and I don't like. I'm not ashamed of that. It just is what it is. And it was so hard for me to get out of that negative, and I'm telling you, it took me a long. I'm 44. It took me a long, long time. But the idea is just if you can notice it, and then when you can notice it, if you can just replace it with, "I see you. I see you. You're not getting me today. You don't get space there." Right? "I see you. That means I'm overcoming you. I'm winning over you." Right? And when you do that, you're noticing it, you're going to start feeling more and more proud. And those little things, by the time you start noticing and celebrating yourself, things are going to come together so beautifully and so completely. You're going to be like, "Holy crap, how did that happen?" Right? And you just have to trust. Hey, stopping by to show some support and love. How are you, sunny side up? I hope you're doing really well. And I'm not trying to pick on you or any of those things. Anything I say, I promise, is out of nothing but love. But then noticing it, I'm telling you, and I say it from a point of uh, the kind of grief. Um, I can't even imagine the kind of grief that you've had to go through, but I can tell you on uh, one side of the coin, I had to grieve two children that were still alive, but ripped away from me and um, were literally taught to hate me. Okay, taught that I didn't care when that's not what happened. Never got to hear my side of the story. Um, yeah, it's not. Once you get past that kind of grief, and there's only one kind of grief that I don't know, and that's the actual loss. But otherwise, I've had to. They're still alive to this day. They're adult children, and they don't want anything to do with me because they were told what they were told, and that's that. And um, I will never force something on somebody. So until they decide that they want to learn and hear the other side, and that may never happen. Uh, Perfect. Thanks. Hi, Classic. How are you? I was just gonna say, you don't gotta worry. What did he say? Get a job? Maybe he's talking to me. We don't care though. This is my job. I have my business, and it doesn't matter. What I'm building is something that is going to last for generations. But when I tell you that kind of grief and having overcome that kind of stuff, it's traumatic. It's not easy. And this happened when I was 20, I don't even know now, 2011. And we're what, 26 now? So 15 years ago, something like that. Uh, everyone's going to time them out. I'm sorry. I should have laughed. I should have laughed. But um, you know, we're talking 15 years ago, and it was something that actually hindered me. It became a pain point. It became a thing that no, I couldn't get out of it. It was that cycle. It was a trap, and uh, I finally had to make a decision. Do I want to live to see the other side? Do I want to live and have the opportunity one day to have that conversation with my kids? And I saw nothing. I had to make that decision. And if I gave up on myself and I kept on that, if I kept down that path, I wasn't going to make it. And then I wouldn't be able to share. Ooh, my ears ringing hard. And that's what, there's a reason for that. Um, there comes a time and place where you have to understand no matter what happens in life, if you don't take that moment and start fighting for you, then no one else knows how to fight for you, right? Uh, it's okay. It is what it is, and eventually, I'm trusting that things come to pass, and what I'm really trusting in is um, what I've learned, and from all aspects of what I've learned, if I can help somebody just even in those moments of grief, because grief is so hard, and it's one of the hardest ones to overcome. But if I can tell you and show you, not just tell you, but show you, I actively do the work. I show up even when I'm mad at myself, even when I'm frustrated, even when I'm frustrated, even when I'm like, God, what, why now? Right? Like, and yes, I talk to God like that. I do it with love because as much as I say thank you 1,000 times a day, I talk to God the same way. You gotta wait. What? You want me to wait again? What? And but it's very true, and uh, that's my connection with God. How your connection with God is you. Uh, you have to be your own biggest supporter. Hi, Desert. How are you? From Kenya. I love it. Thank you so much. I appreciate it. And you have to be your own biggest supporter. And when I tell you, especially Raccoon, I'm one of your biggest supporters. Yes, I'm busy and I haven't been by as much, and I sucks because I miss it. But I've been cheering you on. I just knew that everything was going to come perfectly for you, and I'm telling you, don't fear, don't worry. It will come when it comes. Um, we got to get out of the worry because we manifest more of it. So every time, just catch yourself and I don't care if it's just I'm gonna master you today. I'm gonna overcome this today. I don't care what it is, but if it's anything that says I notice you, I see you, you don't have a space here, and you affirm it, your body will automatically follow, and it's the most amazing thing you could ever do. I appreciate that. Um, I'm a sucker. I get sidetracked a lot because I love to spend that time and have those conversations. Because no matter what happens when I come live, I truly believe that when I'm called, like how I said, my ear was ringing. That was something like it says, talk about it. Like I don't go telling people about things that happen to me unless it's something that can be used as an experience to overcome, not to trauma dump on you, not to. Um, hinder you, but to say like it really can happen. I had to look myself in the mirror for 6 months. 6 months when I came back from the US because I was so badly abused. Um, and I had lost everything. And I had to come back. And I didn't believe it was a constant battle, life and death, life and death. Am I going to live today? Am I going to die? What's going to happen? And I had to commit to myself. And every day, and I had to go in that mirror and I'd say, I believe in you. I love you. You're worthy. Even when I laughed at myself, even when I couldn't even look in that mirror, but I showed up every day for 6 months. And it took me 6 months before I could walk down the street and look somebody in the eye, like directly look them in the eye. And that's so, yeah, you learn because another one will come. It's going to come. It will always come. But you just, welcome back, Trini. Uh, did I tell you? Did you guys hear yet? He made me two songs. I'm gonna find a way to post them. It was amazing. Today has been quite the day. But the reason I'm telling those stories is not because it's feel sorry for me. It's because when you show up, just the fact that you gotta remember 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. As I said that. Okay, thank you, Spirit. I had to tell you guys because at the end of the day, the fact that even when I couldn't do it, when I was afraid to do it, when I didn't understand, the fact that I showed up every single day in that mirror and I said it was a radical act of self love. And when you start understanding that, the way things have come together for me, even when I've lost everything, even when I've had to start over and start over, it wasn't it wasn't for me to cry about. It was for me to see every single time I've overcome. Every single time, no matter what happened, I found a way. I was resourceful. I was resilient. I didn't let anything stop me. And I didn't mistreat people. I wasn't, even no matter what pain I was going through, I wasn't going to put that on somebody else. Right. And that's just me as a person. But we're all like that. And we all do that. Uh, Oh, oh, you made some for classic too. Oh, I want to hear it. Trini's amazing at that stuff. But I need you to understand those moments that you take that time for you. That's what you're creating. And I was meant to talk about that. So don't get down. It's coming, and it's gonna come in such an amazing way. You have no idea. Hi, Goga. How are you? Welcome, welcome. We're talking about Virgo right now. However, I did get sidetracked. We were having a little bit of story time. Uh, and that's okay. It was meant to happen just like that. Happy new week. Week? Oh, happy new week. uh, meant I came from a different very remote village. Actually, my village is exactly where the equator. Wow. That's actually a really good spit. Do you know that is like the epitome of balance right there? You need to spend some time right there on that line. Hi, Jane. How are you? Welcome. That's cool. But I'd be laying on that line just like that because that is like the epitome of balance. Uh, that's pretty amazing. That would be cool. Uh, doing well, just working. I'm talking about Virgos right now. We did a lot of it, but it's learning that learning that wait isn't a bad thing. It's understanding that you're not waiting because God's like, you just got to learn to be patient. You're waiting because in those times, you're learning, you know, for one, to admire your own persistence. You're learning that it's okay to ask for help. And that doesn't, it can be other people through your community, your friends, your family, or it could be through God, through the universe, through the signs and synchronicities that show up every single day. Um, and it's really, really exciting. Uh, so that wait is not a bad thing. The wait is, hey, maybe I need to give myself a little more love today. Maybe I need to slow down, even when I don't want to, even when I don't want to wait. But I have to trust that. Where's that one? It says the universe is weaving its web. Things are being woven together. Learning how to understand and trust because when it comes together, I'm telling you, I have video after video. You can go back last year, right around this time, and see the way things played out 1 year ago. And watch when the puzzle pieces came together, God said, okay, it's your time. You learn to stop freaking out and you start saying, I trust. I'm doing the work. I'm showing up. I'm doing all the things. You can't do more than what you know. You can always learn, always grow, but when you start saying, I'm showing up every single moment doing what I know, what's going to happen? When God shows up, God is going to slay it so hard, you're going to have no other choice but to say, oh, I know God did that. And that's just it. Naveen, welcome. Hello, I forgot. My name is Tiffany. Sorry, I missed a couple of people. I know. Are you peeping to check where Grace is? Grace is not here, not till after school. I have 1 hour and a half before I go get her. Thanks, Trini. I got them and I really, I'm playing catch up. Sorry, guys. Do you believe in Mormonism? I don't not believe in anything. I believe you're simply pretty. Oh, thank you. Um, it's not for me to believe or not believe because I'm going to tell you that I believe any and all religions um, were meant from a pure source. And just like anything else, when it's man made, no, she's not. No, she's at school. Anything that's man made is fallible. And that's why when I tell people, don't worry about what someone tells you, your connection is with God. Hi, Red. How are you? Welcome, welcome. Oh, I love them. Trini, I'm stoked. They're fantastic. Well, you know what? I don't believe in a lot of things, but I do believe that religion was meant for community, for purpose, for all of the good things to help others to have connection with God and to have connection with the universe. But unfortunately, when things are man made and it goes based on perspective. So how I see something and how you see something can be completely different because we all have our own unique perspective. That's why when we talk about it and when I do the things that I do, I don't focus on your religion or my religion. I focus on our connection with God. And my connection with God may be different from your connection, but that doesn't make anyone less uh, connected, if that makes sense. So how I believe is and I love researching religions. I have great interest in understanding the thought processes. And if I had the extra time, I would absolutely just study it just for the sake of studying it. Um, but I'd much rather study cultures and meet different people and get to know through experience, right? So don't let religion be the thing that hinders you from deciding whether you like or don't like somebody or deciding what you're thinking, because when you start seeing for people for who they are, um, the truly good-hearted people, it doesn't matter what they believe in. At the end of the day, their heart shows through, and you can see it in their actions and how they treat people and how they maneuver in their life. So am I going to judge you because I don't like your religion? And how, if you're religious and you care about God and your connection with God, how are you going to say that you don't like somebody else? Like, it just doesn't make sense to me. Um, which is why you'll never hear me judge. I love you, whoever you are, even if I don't know you. I love people that have hurt me to the ends of the earth, and I still would never wish bad things on them. And those kind of people, those hearts shine through. And so, religion is just another thing to possibly separate. And I believe in unifying because we are all collectively one. We're all the ocean, but each one of us is a drop, right? Good to see you. Have a great day, Sunnyside. Have a really great day. All right, I'm going to talk about this one because this is bringing me right to this, and I have a feeling this goes right with it. So, Mintakans are the soul group who originated on a planet in the constellation Orion. They were the first star beings to travel to Earth and believed to be the original light workers. The Mintakans' home planet is thought to have been a water world with water so pure that you could see through it for miles. Remember, I was telling you to put your feet in the water? Um, and it's so true. The water and the ground are the best things that will ever help you. For this reason, Mintakans feel most at peace and at home when they are in or around crystal clear water, which I would love to be. Um, they are here to teach us to see the potential in everything and the light in all beings. Amen. All beings, not one, not someone who's a different religion, not this, not that. All beings, the good, the bad, the ugly. Many Mintakans have an odd longing for home and struggle with feeling like they don't belong. It is thought that this is due to their home planet no longer being in existence. If you pulled this card, it could mean that you are a Mintakan or longing for a sense of belonging, and root chakra healing is necessary, which is your safety, your security. It's okay to ask for help. It's okay to understand that waiting sometimes is for you to trust that it's safe, and it takes time. That's not something that's always going to happen immediately. Sometimes it takes time, and that's okay. You can't rush that. When you start trusting you are safe, that root chakra starts to plant, just like the tree of knowledge. You see it blooming up there, but how deep are those roots, right? So perhaps you feel this longing to find home without knowing where it is. Perhaps you've been moving around a lot and yearn for a place on earth to call your home. If so, you're being called to connect with Mother Earth, nature. Get your feet in the sand, connect, and create it for yourself now. To choose where you feel most at home and create it rather than waiting for the feeling of belonging to come. Get out there, put your feet in the dirt. Wow, my friend, huge channel. Who's that? Oh, Trini? Oh, yeah. But just beware because his food is phenomenal. And one of these days, I'm gonna get brave and I'm gonna do like one of those where you do it, make your video, but they're doing it because I had made the peas and rice. It was so friggin' good, and I meant to go comment and I forgot. It was so friggin' good. I just should have took a picture and stuff. There's a couple more that I want to try too. I allow myself to be truly here and at home on this planet. I release any grief around not belonging or feeling held and call in the perfect home. And I'm going to say it over and over and over and over. Your home, yes, the four walls, that's great, but this is your home, right? My community, the people that I connect with on a day to day basis, the people that support us, the people that show up for us, the good, the bad, the ugly. That's our home, right? Um, just start trusting in yourself, and that's what's happening. That weight is so you start trusting, so you start understanding exactly what's coming your way, and there's a lot of good things coming your way. And that weight, I know it sucks sometimes, but like listen, the I can go for days. I talk about show the world the real you, right? You don't have to worry about what people are thinking, right? When you start trusting yourself, it doesn't matter what people agree with or don't agree with. It doesn't matter if the whole world is going to cheer you on or not, because you're cheering your own self on. I like this shirt, trying to make it. Oh, they're everything. Says Messiah, Holy One, Alpha and Omega, Healer. I'm reading upside down too. I don't know, but it's Jesus. It's a shirt. I forgot. It's an old shirt, but I love it and I wear it all the time. This is my clean the house, get everything done shirt because I was cleaning and then I was like, I better sit down and get this done. Uh, looking for receipts. You can pick on my shirt all you want. I love it and that's all that matters. Where's my other cards? I set them down. Where did they go? I was talking about work, play, live, and the app Launchpad. And no matter what, at the end of the day, I'm still working on the AI, but I did do a couple of them. Hold on. Our village is next to the animals park and hosts the only two rhinos. What? Still cleaning it up. Oh, your channel's you got to be back to monetize in no time because you help so many people. It just is. It has to happen. God bless you and your families and your channel. I have to go now to study for later. See you next live. Evangelist, thank you for stopping in. I appreciate you more than you know. I hope you have a fantastic day. Relax, enjoy. Remember, get your feet in the ground. Hopefully, that headache goes away. Take some time for you. Strength, patience, love. Hello, my friend. How are you? And a simple life. Thank you so much. I appreciate you guys. You guys are just gonna make me cry. All this love. Thank you so much. Trini made me a song. I want to play it again. Hold on. What time do I got? 12:14. I still got one more to do. Okay, what's the one? Aquarius. Free spirit. I love the way that compassion, free spirit, and new direction. It's built out, but they all make sense. That weight, that understanding, the trusting in yourself. It's okay to be a free spirit. When your home is here and you trust your home, you can travel, you can go wherever, you can be a free spirit because you trust in yourself, you trust in who you are. It's pretty amazing. All right. Yeah, Trini made me 2 songs. It's so amazing. Hub Interactive. Hello. Thank you so much for going through my playlist too. I appreciate you so much. What do we got going on here? Endless opportunities. I love it. Love it, love it, love it. Starseed Elemental. You're starting to trust in yourself and you're understanding that the opportunities come when you start showing up for yourself, when you get present and you put your trust in all the things going on. I hope you're doing well. All right, decision making, choice, crossroads, unrealized opportunities, taking the path of least resistance, heart over mind. Uh, Always follow your heart. I promise. Where's Bless? I don't know. I didn't see her yet. Heart over mind, direction, focus energy, and the high road or the low road. You make your choice. Do you wanna go the hard way, uh, or do you want to go the path of least resistance and still just by checking in, just by healing, doing the work for yourself. Decisions, options, and opportunities. It's wonderful that we have the freedom to choose. But times of indecision can be so hard and almost suffocating. The more we use our minds to battle the pros and cons, the more we move out of our hearts. Often the best way forward is to step back and do what it takes to get out of your head and into your body so your gut feeling can guide the way. When making a choice, you may consider anything that doesn't feel like a total yes, a total no. 100%. That's this is once I learned that, that was my boundary, and until I could build more, that was my absolute. And still to this day, it's still the same. This is an absolute. If it's not an absolute yes, it's an absolute no. Perhaps none of the apparent options are right, or any choice could be the right one if you wholeheartedly pick a direction and give it your best shot. When faced with a decision, check where your integrity lies. Peel back the layers to see where you're making your choices from, which is all I teach about, literally all I teach about. Because when you can do it for yourself, you don't ever have to wait on somebody else's validation. You validate your own self. Are you choosing from fear based survival or a place of love? When you peel back those emotions and you understand exactly what it is, once you choose from clarity and love, there's no mistaking. There's nothing but winning. That's all that can possibly happen. A choice founded in love can make you feel light, excited, passionate, and give you butterflies. It might be a little scary, but in a good way. It might not make sense to your mind. It may seem out of your comfort zone or undermine logic. The low road can look like the safest, easiest path. It may avoid or lessen immediate pain or confrontation, but it will be a long, winding, and exhausting road. The high road may look perturbing, but it will cut through the old stories and lead directly to the heart for growth and transformation. When you choose to step forward boldly, it takes courage, but you will discover a place of trust. Rather than staying small, hiding, or running away, you will expand and open yourself to growth. This is where magic happens and synchronicities you could never have imagined land in your lap. But first, you have to step into the unknown and let your heart guide you. What if everything you wanted was right there in front of you? Make the important decision to let go of outdated limitations. What could be the worst that could happen? Reach for what you want and know it's closer than you realize. You have options and opportunities you may not have realized. The universe wants to give you what you want. It's all there. So reach out and wholeheartedly choose it. While you sit on the fence, your experiences are diluted or confusing. We live in a time of choices. Sometimes reason and limitation can direct our choices, and we feel unfulfilled as a result. Choose life from a place of heart, compassion, and integrity, and you cannot go wrong. And that's it. You're literally that space of you need to wait. Uh, it's all right there in front of you, and all you have to do is make the choice. And that wait sometimes is literally saying, okay, so are you going to wait for it to come to you, keep constantly trying to wait, or are you going to finally make that decision and are you going to step forward and are you going to do it? Virgo, you're getting there. You are learning slowly. You're getting it. And now you're starting to understand what that wait truly means. It actually means, you know, make a choice. Do it. Step out boldly. 111. Trust your intuition. 111. It was 444 for Taurus, but Virgo got 111. Trust your intuition. I love this so much. It's one of my favorite. Insight, serenity, harmony, clarity, joy, momentum, self awareness, initiative, unconditional love. Now is the time to realize your long held ideas. You're on the right path to turning your dreams into reality. The right people, circumstances, and resources are coming together to support you. Happiness and new opportunities are within reach. Trust the journey and have faith in the process. That wait doesn't mean wait because you're everything's falling apart. It means wait because you've been putting in the work. You've been showing up, and now you just got to give yourself a little bit of extra love in that time in the wait instead of letting that fear and worry creep in. That's the still point, and that's actually next week's I'll be talking about that for the alchemy of motion. That's the still point. That's the point where you a lot of people self-sabotage because the waiting is so you don't understand it and you're like maybe I'm doing something wrong, maybe I need to do something else. No, that wait is make your decision and step forward. But when you've been doing the action step, that wait also means the universe is weaving their web. Make your decision and trust 144:44 on the clock. Thank you, Spirit. Is saying when you make that choice, you got to wholeheartedly dive in because when we sit on the fence, we give half ass. And when you do half ass, what are you going to get in return? Half ass. You got to go all in. Yeah, you might have to learn until you feel comfortable enough to do it. But when you make that decision and you're sure about what you want to do, you got to go all in. And many of the creators, many of the people that show up, am I American? No, I'm Canadian. I did live in the US for 10 years, though. So half American, partial American, I don't know. uh, you just have to trust. And when you make that decision, you have to trust it's going to be the right one. I am willing to see my sameness with others. This opens my awareness to oneness. And when you can get close and get quiet in those moments, you allow that space for yourself and you can start pulling from that information. You can start connecting with source, with the universe, and saying, what information is that I need? And when you start asking those questions for that information, trust those answers are going to come. You just have to be aware and present enough to hear it and see it. Share it out. Oh, thank you so much. We have to work on getting you monetized. Yes, we got to work on getting everybody monetized, one step at a time. But the thing about these communities, that's a big thing because these communities, the way we all support each other and the way we show up, I think that we're making this happen for everybody in such a good way, in such a strong way. And everyone will get their turn. And as long as we keep showing up and doing the right things, which we're all doing, by the way we show up. Sometimes say hi to Trini, but he doesn't look at me. Trini, say hi to Hub. What are you doing? Pay attention. Just kidding. Don't let me start trouble over here. 140. Let's go 148, and then we're gonna do Capricorn. This is the last but not least. I love my Capricorn. Y'all have been a little bit different, but I think for the most part, it's understanding that home resides here, not the four walls. And when we start trusting ourselves and learning our resilience and resourcefulness, uh, we don't worry so much about what's going on. We'll take time, but I want to help you. Well, we all help each other, and yes, Desert Channel Explorers. Let's go. Am I connected with you yet, Desert? If not, if you're connected, remember, I will get there. I will go and connect back with you. We all share each other's stuff out. We do really well. Don't worry. All right. The smallest act of kindness is worth more than the grandest intention. Recall a recent kindness that someone did for you. Well, I have a very fresh one right now. What is one way you can pay this kindness forward to someone else? Well, I don't know if I can make music for anybody, but I can repay it with kindness and giving my love. But Trini made me two songs. I want to try and play one more. Uh, what time do we got? 12:25. Okay, as long as I don't go and be late. Is it okay if I play it, Trini? Where did I put it? I won't make it too loud so I can still talk over it, but what did I do? I'm gonna add it to. I'm gonna play the song. Just give me one sec. Recall a recent kindness that someone did for you. Not even a Capricorn, but I got love and it was awesome. Okay, how do I? What happened? I gotta learn how to use my computer. That would be fantastic. Okay, it's muted. Give me one sec. What did I do? Okay, there we go. What happened? Me and this, I don't work well with technology apparently. I can see. There it is. I'll turn down a little bit so. Can y'all hear that? This is what Trini made for me. It's amazing. Creatively, I'm kind of connected to blessed light. If you see me, you kind of. Oh, I didn't know that. Hi, blessed. I didn't know that. Turn it up. Okay. That's what Trini made for me. Is that better? Can you hear it? I love it. Opens up my soul. Every little piece of me becoming whole. Grounded in my spirit, I can finally see. Turn up a bit. Elevation. I don't. Creativity guides me. My neighbor's gonna kill me. Creativity guides me. It's beautiful. It's gonna be everywhere. I'm gonna create an intro or something. It's awesome. The words too. Stepping in, balance in my breathing, calm in my flow. The more I look within, the more I grow. Planting seeds of purpose, watching them rise. Watered by intention, reaching for the skies. No, it is fire. 1000%. Ground spirituality, never chasing fame. Feel the energy. Where I'm meant to be. It is like amazing. I'm absolutely obsessed. The words are just on point too. It's so good, eh? Thank you so much, Desert, for stopping in. I appreciate you. My live went a little long today because I've had beautiful sidetracks like this, and I'm happy. It's beautiful. It's just like on point. I had to figure out how to do it. It is so well. It's amazing. And the words are just perfect. And this is it. It's gonna be playing all the time when I'm cleaning my house and doing all the things. But I want to use it to make an intro for like my long ones. I'm not there yet, but I'm gonna learn. I'm gonna learn just for this. Isn't that amazing? He slayed that. Like slayed it. I'm playing it because there's a second one too. But if I play it, I'm not gonna get it done. This done in time. Yeah, it's beautiful. And that's the where did I put it? Oh, recall a recent kindness. And I was just like, well, I can think of one just immediately, and that's why it is. Capricorn, there's always kindnesses around you. Um, and even the smallest ones, and he even Trini may be like, I just created it, it's a small big deal. I don't think it is, but sometimes people don't even understand that those little kindnesses that they do. Yeah, I love it so much. I can't even, like, I was such a geek. I'm like, I'm gonna be like that for a while because um people don't always understand that those small kindnesses, those small things that they do for people, really truly just elevate them in such a way they can't even begin to imagine. And for someone, it could be like, I only took a few minutes and I only just did this, but it's not. It's that you took the time and you made that effort. And when we start noticing those things and being so grateful for them, um, like I have my stuff. I'm telling you, literally, Mental Raccoon made this for me. I have a whole thing set up there, but this one sits in my window right in front of me, and I look at it every single day. And it's something that these kindnesses, these things that people do, when we start adding them up and start counting them, just like those blessings and things to be grateful. Oh, it must have hit 2 hours. It does that to me. Oh, here, YouTube. Do you always come in at 2 hours, eh? Good to know. Thanks. Um, but when you start counting those blessings and seeing those blessings, you know what happens? The universe starts seeing how grateful you are and says, oh, you like that? Let me give you some more of that. And that's when these things, these small gifts like these that come in, those are the best ones. Those are the ones that people took time for you. It's not those people showed up and said, hey, I see you. I think you're worth it. And I want to do something nice for you. And it doesn't always have to be, it could be as simple as giving a compliment. It could be as simple as holding a door open for someone. You don't understand what those small little things do for people. And when we start doing them more, go get talked about. Thank you. Trini, you made my whole entire week. I'm telling you, and I'm gonna be playing it all the time. And I have a lot of house cleaning to do. I have friends coming this weekend, so I gotta get like more organized, right? Because my chaos over there that we don't talk about, because I'm always working at it. No matter how much I try to organize it, it's just it's a disaster because I'm always making things and creating and ideas, and then something will get set there, and then oh my lord, it's just chaos. But all that organization has to take place. So uh, when I tell you, it's going to be oh wow. I don't know for all of you that were actually here. This is kind of funny because I was talking about this story. Have a good day, Classic. Thank you for stopping in. I appreciate you. Every morning, look in the mirror and affirm positive words into your life. Okay, I was just talking about that in Virgo, and I don't know who is here or not, but when I tell you this is confirming the message, Red, YouTube IT department better subscribe first. Right? If you're going to come in and start hell, at least subscribe first. Uh, have a fantastic day, Classic. Thank you for stopping in. So I'm talking about this. This is one that came out, but for those that were here a little earlier when I was talking about the things that I had to do to show up for self love. And remember, I said I had to show up every day, and I was um, speaking my greatness, even when I wasn't ready to believe it. Um, and the way this came up. So it doesn't matter where you are in your journey. Um, and even when you think that you're so far ahead that you don't need it, never forget those moments when you had to do that and remember how good it felt. So, even in the chaos, even in the things that are going on in the world, how many times you walk by the mirror in the bathroom? How many times, do you see yourself? It's never going to hurt to say, man, I'm amazing. Man, I'm beautiful. Thank you for showing up today. Every time you pass that mirror, that should be the first thing you think to do. Man, I got this. I'm really mastering this. And the cards confirm it. It's absolute confirmation. If you were here for that, then you know I know exactly what I'm talking about. This is absolute confirmation. As you move through your day, take a moment to look into a mirror. While looking into your own eyes, recite these words aloud or silently, but we're gonna just cross out silently. Speak them aloud. Speak your greatness as loud as you can. I don't care who's listening. And when you start to love yourself, you don't care who's listening either. I love myself unconditionally. I am always enough. Not sometimes, not half the time, not when I don't feel like it. I am always enough. Even if I screwed up, even if things aren't perfect, I am always enough. So are you. Start speaking it. Take those moments, and I don't care how far you are in your journey. I don't care because these are those things that have literally saved our lives, affirming our greatness, speaking all those things. They saved our lives at a point, and then we just forget to do them. Or we're like, oh, we don't need them anymore. It's not about needing them. It's about loving yourself enough to say, I love you. Look how beautiful you are today. That smile makes other people smile. What is it about you that you love? Speak it into the world and hold yourself accountable. Your body is automatically going to hold yourself accountable because when we speak our greatness, our body has to follow. It's just the way it is. Capricorn, you're learning. No matter where you are in this world, no matter what your stage, and if you are feeling low, that's the quickest, easiest way to raise that vibration and get out of that negative thoughts. Speak your greatness. Never stop speaking your greatness. And if you're struggling with it, you know what else you do? You get one of those loop tracks and you affirm. Pick 5, 10 affirmations that you love so much, and you put some music behind it and you affirm and you create your own track. Create your own little track, and then you play it overnight in your ear overnight so you can hear your own voice telling you how amazing you are on loop because it will sink in. Those things you do, showing up like that, proves your love to you. Lifting the veil. I. It's that time, and then also cracked open, which is the one when I. It's so funny because I was talking about the light through the cracks, and then the fire becomes creation. This is literally what that means. But this is the one that popped out. Lifting the veil. What number is that? There's always angel numbers that go with this. Angel number 86. That's also 14, drops down to 5, which is change, transformation, clarity, 86. Questioning everything. Anything unaligned must go. This is my favorite. I don't know. I was talking about it, I think, in Cancer, in the Cancer reading. When you raise your vibration and you start showing up and you're doing all the things, it's not like it's a fight. You're not going to fight things that don't align. You're not putting them down or anything. You just raise your vibration and it falls away. There's no resentment or anger or hurt or any of those things. You just continue plowing forward like you're supposed to, focusing on you, staying in your own lane, doing your thing. Creatively, you are giving receipts to the president. What am I giving receipts for? For me? What do I do? I don't pay that much attention. I'm not IT. I don't know. That's okay. I'll take my receipts. What are you talking about? All right. Okay. I don't know what you're talking about, so I'm just gonna roll with it. So things aren't always as they seem. This era is one of uncovering mistruths so we can remember ancient truths. Everything is in a state of recall and realignment. Anything that isn't in harmony with the planet will not survive. This goes for society and the world at large, as well as in our own lives. If you pull this card, you're being called to energetically scan your life for things that may no longer be vibrational match for you, uh, for who you are and how you've grown, to dismantle the systems and ways of being that once served you and others but no longer do. Some star seeds are here to lift the veil between the seen and unseen worlds, to shine a light on things that are inauthentic or unaligned with the survival and well being of the earth, to stand for and protect those who don't have a voice, to look deeper and question everything that previous generations did not. Some starseeds cannot tolerate things that aren't congruent. They're here to bring society and humanity back into harmony with the planet and creator at large. If we tolerate things in our life that aren't aligned and congruent with it, we add to the misalignment of the planet. You're being called to trust yourself, notice what's out of alignment, and then take the baby steps required to bring it back into harmony. The baby steps. Bro, she doesn't even realize that she's giving you receipts. I'm the ringleader on receipts. Oh, I don't know what receipts I'm giving you, but go ahead. Both individually and for the planet. What isn't congruent in your life? How are you being called to bring it back into harmony? I'm not sure what you can hold the receipts, but I still don't know what they are. So if it's something I'm supposed to fix, then you have to tell me so I understand. And if it's not, then I don't know. I don't know how to help you. But I will do my very best. Why are you picking on me? All right, let me have. She doesn't even realize she's giving you receipts. Of course I wouldn't. Why would I realize it? All right, can I have one for Capricorn? Acceptance. Radical acceptance of who you are. Don't worry about what other people think, say, or do. And then reorganization. Figure out the patterns, understand, and reorganize yourself. Understand that no matter what we do along the way, we make space for it. What is happening here? There we go. And then I need this one. She doesn't use. Well, I want to know what receipts they are because I don't even know what it is. So how can I change it or fix it if I don't know what it is? All right, Capricorn. The energy is gaining momentum. And it's right. The more you show up, the more you keep doing what you're doing, the more things are going to start to work out for you. Where is... All right, let me have one for my Capricorns. That's the one. Answer the call. This is a good one. Yeah, you're starting to understand. You are absolutely starting to trust in yourself and the things that you're doing. Angel number. Where are you? Angel number 36. There's a lot of sixes going on here, which means you're finding that balance. You're balancing your masculine and your feminine, which is really good. I see. Sorry, I can't read the chat. I'm blind. I have to get my glasses on. What is your soul calling you to do? Your guidance is divinely guided. You're being called to answer the call of your soul. It might be scary, it might not make sense, but if you trust your soul's yearnings, you will live a life beyond what your mind could possibly imagine. Answering your soul's calling is not a one time thing, rather, a lifelong dance. Deep down, you already know what you long for, what your soul yearns for. Anastasia. Aw, Anastasia, thank you. Anastasia and Uber. Who's Uber? I'm gonna have to connect for sure. Welcome, welcome. Thank you guys. This is Goga. Welcome, welcome. Where's Anastasia? Yeah, I don't see title. How are you? Welcome. I don't see Anastasia. Oh my God, Anastasia, should you not be sleeping? It's got to be late, late, late. Y'all are crazy. Welcome. I love you guys. I love you. Freed is welcome. How are you? Welcome in. All right, so I got sidetracked reading the chat. I see everyone come in, but I don't see Anastasia. Dizzle sent us on a celebrity. Dizzle sent us on a celebrity Uber raid yesterday. We have to wait 1 hour before commenting. He did? How are you? Welcome. That's funny. Okay, you're deep down, you already know what you long for, what your soul yearns for. Whatever you're called to do, this is your permission. Don't overthink it. Don't wait for permission. Just say yes. Most people are waiting for a step by step plan before they take the first step. But intuition doesn't work like that. It takes faith and courage to answer the calls of your soul. And that's why most people don't do it. But you are not most people. You are in exactly the right place to answer your calling now. You don't need to know the whole plan. You don't need to know where it is leading. You just need to take the next step. No one has ever had the complete perfect plan. There's no end destination. There's no right or wrong way to do it. And you do not need permission from anyone else. Sometimes the more resistance we have around answering a soul calling, the more important it is for our soul's growth. Wemuyu, welcome. Anastasia, where is Anastasia? What is your soul calling you to do? I see the Anastasia ray, but I don't actually see Anastasia. Like button smash. Thank you guys. Sorry, I'm trying to read the chat and catch up. I appreciate y'all. Thank you so much for coming in. We're just talking about Capricorn. I'm almost done. I just have to watch the clock too. I get myself in trouble. I start talking way. Welcome in. Welcome in. I keep seeing Anastasia. There you are. I kept seeing Anastasia Raid, Anastasia Uber Raid, and no Anastasia. And I'm like, where's Anastasia? Welcome in, everybody. I appreciate you. Thank you so much. That was the funniest thing. I'm like, Anastasia Raid, where are you? I miss you, Anastasia. I hope you're doing really well. Thank you for stopping in. I'm just doing Capricorn. Finished the finishing up the earth signs. We'll see how today goes. It's either going to be today or tomorrow, but we still got a couple more to do. And I've been learning how to clip. I'm here, darling. How are you? And how's Grace? Grace is still at school. She's doing good. But she's excited. She's starting to really love this stuff. And she's starting to chill out a little bit while I'm trying to do my lives. Although she's in school today, she's starting to find that balance. So, all right. Radical expansion. That's what I'm talking about. Capricorn starting to trust in themselves. You're starting to understand that the energy is gaining momentum. And you're starting to understand that when you start recalling those kindnesses, the recent ones people have done, and it doesn't have to be recent, but when you start recalling all those kindnesses and you start adding them up, it's pretty big and it becomes a lot easier to start being kind for others. Grace is doing so good. I miss her though. I can tell when it's getting to that time of day because I want to hurry up and go get her. She drives me crazy because she's my kiddo, but at the same time, I don't even know what I do. Like when I have that extra time without her, I start to stress out. I'm like, what am I gonna do now? That's how spoiled she is. And I'm so she's just the cutest thing. She drives me nuts. She has a eye doctor's appointment tomorrow, so she's not gonna be happy. I was looking for parking. I like the Uber thing. That's actually really cool. Looking for parking. Uh, there's lots of parking up front. We got lots of it. They just tore down a big building, so you're more than welcome. one is radical expansion, living and loving at full capacity, being unapologetically you. Self expression, boldness, having a voice, taking up space, expansion, empowerment, owning your true power, being visible in the world, having fun with your magnificence, letting go of judgment, creative exploration, and radical ways of being. What would it be like to live, love, and feel at full capacity? Do you imagine what it would be like? This card is about being truly and unapologetically you. The gifts you think are too bold for this world and those heartfelt experiences you believe you should hold back on might just light someone up. The physical self expression that you dull down so you fit in, and those dreams that seem too vast could be precisely what the world is waiting for. Do you feel like you have the right to take up space? Our auras can expand manifold, but we often choose to keep them right tight to our bodies, maybe for safety. But what is this construct in which we have imprisoned ourselves? Where does this subtle or not so subtle shame come from? Why not dance our most beautiful dance, dress in a way that makes us feel magnificent, and sing our voices so our voices are heard? Considering the paradigm of our judgment in others can help us expand into authentic expression. We may not be aware of the thoughts that were imprinted in us from a young age through our parents, teachers, society, and media. Separation and limitation begin with your beliefs around what is acceptable and what is not. Connection and possibly come through owning your power and embracing your responsibility to be more visible in the world, to not shy away from life. It is time for radical ways of being and thinking, and you can start by granting yourself the freedom and creativity to be you. Having a voice is essential for power to shift back to individuals and communities outside of prescribed normality. It is time to unleash your inner rainbow dragon and unapologetically claim your heart based empowerment and radiantly unconventional gifts, and to have fun with it. To just be yourself. Do you at the best you, and not care what anyone else thinks. Because if they don't, somebody doesn't like it, the right people are going to show up. Like, look at the community that I have right now. Look at the people that have showed up for me. And I don't care if I had one or 10,000. The people that show up for me, I made it to 250, I think it's 256 subscribers. And they're amazing. Look how y'all show up. Look when you show up. Look at the way you support um, each other and me. I just got added into the support circle. Um, in the same way I show my love back. Those things matter. And when we start understanding that and not getting caught up in the where things are going and what's happening, and we start being present and being so grateful for that, uh, the way we visualize things, the way we process, the way we understand things, it completely changes, right? And it's like anything and everything can expand. So I have 250 subscribers that are amazing. Next week I could have three. A week from now I could have four. Who knows, right? But the difference is the people that are coming are people that are genuine. We're not sorting through going, I have 1,000 people that never show up for me. I have 250 people that in their own way always show up for me. Whether it's 5 minutes, whether it's 10 minutes, whether it's stopping by to show a like, they show up, right? And that's the difference. Understanding that expansion is taking place from a stable foundation. It's taking place and it's expanding out from good, from supportive people, from people that see your dreams, that want to invest in it, that want to believe in it. And it's happening because you believed in you first. You started trusting in you. You're understanding it's okay to ask for help. But if I'm going to do that, I need to also be looking at all the help I've already had and start taking that and listening to it and processing it and understanding what that means, right? And then I just get to be my own self. We get to be a little bit weird. We get to do our kooky things. We get to have our jokes. We get to have our serious moments. We get to just be ourselves and who we are and not be afraid of what someone else is going to think about it. And that's pretty exciting. It is time for expansion. That's what this card means. You can be as big as your energy wants to be. Stop and consider anything that is holding you back. And usually, what's holding you back is the fear of being seen. Don't ever let that be what holds you back. Just be your beautiful selves. When the flowers bloom, they don't bloom, bloom a little bit and see what people think. Maybe they'll like me, maybe they don't. They bloom in all their glory, and people stop to admire them for the beautiful flower that they are. And when we start understanding that and we start behaving like that, start behaving like the child who's just themselves because they have no fear of anything because they're just so beautiful and innocent, and they have this awe and this confidence that the world didn't take out of them yet. We're going to unlearn all the things the world told us we couldn't do and start behaving like that child again and understand that we can do anything as long as we try. We put the effort in, if we focus and we start believing in ourselves the same way our children would. That's a big step. It's pretty amazing. This card is the permission slip that allows you to let go of limiting stories and take up all the space you need. Not some of it, all of it. Have fun unleashing who you are. As bold and radical as some of your ideas or offerings might be, who is to say they are not what the world is waiting for, what the world wants? Take note of any judgment of authentic expression. Oh Lord, my reading. Towards yourself or others. Be mindful that creatively exploring unrefined expression may be what is needed right now. Remember to center yourself within your heart and be the masterpiece your soul always wanted you to be. Dream big, then dream bigger. Ground it into this world and trust that that expansion is coming because you're just being you. You understand, and the people that are finding you, the people that are coming, understand. They get you right. They get to see the difference in you. I mean, what's the best way to explain? So they understand the seriousness. They understand it's okay to have fun, to do the little, like the receipts jokes and all of the things. These the serious and the fun and the little bit of weird and the little bit that's not perfect. It's like constructive criticism, and then it's the fun, and we're still gonna the pick and we're gonna poke at you because we understand. Um, Fun time is fun time, right? You're getting all of the parts, right? You're being accepted as whole because you accepted yourself and understood. Yeah, I'm a weirdo sometimes. Yeah, I get crazy, hyper independent, and want to do everything myself, and I want to do like we all have these different sides of us. And instead of hiding them or being fearful of people seeing them, we're saying, this is me in all my glory. And those people that understand you in all your glory and love you for who you are the ones that are showing up. Not the people that don't care, not the people that are half assed, the people that see you for who you are. They're showing up, and you're starting to see it a little by little by little. And it's making you more um, emboldened. It's making you it easier, right? It's empowering you to step out and be more confident and not worry about all those things. And that's a really exciting place to be. And that means Capricorn, you did a lot of inner work because what happens is as within, so without. What's being mirrored back to you? That same love that you had to first show yourself, and it took time, and it took all that checking in, and it took all of the questions and all of that staring in the mirror. Weirdo is a superpower. Amen. And I believe that I think we all of us have that little bit of weirdo in us. And that's why we support it. And that's why we love it. And that's why we boost it. And that's why when we do the little pick ons, the receipts, the making fun, having jokes, we know it's because they absolutely get it. We absolutely love it. And nobody takes it personally. Nobody's like, oh my God, I'm attacked. They're just trying to end my life and my career. We're all weirdos, exactly. And it's like in the best possible way. And when we starting to understand that, um, and not allowing that to be the thing that holds you back, not allowing the fear of making a mistake, the fear of not being able to read today because my mouth won't work with my brain, and that happens all the time, by the way. Allowing that to just be like, this is me. The flower doesn't just peek out and be like, hey, maybe today, oh, I don't know, maybe they're not gonna like me. No, they're like, this is me. This is what you get. Love it. And people walk by and they admire it all day long and they love it and they're so happy to see it. And that's exactly what we're doing. And that's exactly what we're being. And Capricorn, you're starting to behave that way. And which, by the way, I just need to be clear Capricorns are all about the work, they're all about getting it done, never stopping, go, 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 stay going. Um, detail, like very um, must have the whole pathway laid out. Like that is just the Capricorn obsession, work and obsession. Not all is not always a bad thing, but getting that work is like gotta have the whole path. I gotta have everything set out. And now what's happening, Capricorn starting to see, I don't have to know all of the things. I'm trusting in myself and I'm just trusting when I get to be myself, it's a lot easier. Even when it's a struggle, even when things aren't perfect, even when things happening around me, I know that as long as I can get here and I can focus on all of the wonderful things that I've already had, all of the wonderful things that have been given to me, done for me, the wisdom that has been shared with me. Like there's so many things to be grateful for in a day, and that's just from friends, right? But just in your day that you woke up, the fact that you get to see the clouds in the sky, you're starting to see, like, man, the more I say thank you, the more I notice, the easier it is for me to be so happy and just be myself. And when you start being yourself like that, there's nothing that can stop you. There's nobody that, if someone comes in and they complain or have a problem with it, what happens? Are you going to be like, oh my God, I need to go hide because somebody doesn't like it? No, you're going to be like, okay, if you don't like it, click off, right? Like, have the best day, like who cares? Because you know that your people are coming. You know that all the things along the way is going to show up right on time. There's no more, I have to rush through. We always are plowing through. We're always showing up. And if we're doing the action steps, universal law says it must come to pass. Doesn't say it's going to come to pass immediately, but it must come to pass. So as long as you continue moving forward, knowing that that's exactly what's going to come to pass, I promise you, it's going to come to pass. And it's never going to come to pass in exactly the way you thought. It's going to be a little out of this world. It's going to be a little out there, a little wild because it needs to be, because it needs to be so in your face that when it starts to happen and when these things are taking place and when you're winning those wins because you worked hard for them, you get to celebrate them. And they may start out really small, but when they start weaving their way in and they weave your way into this huge big win, you're gonna be like, holy crap, how did that happen? That's when you start believing in God. That's when you really start trusting the universe has your back. And that's when you start trusting that the universe and uh, God doesn't just speak to you when you're praying. God speaks to you by the interactions, by every person you encounter. God speaks to you in those little scenes that you see in the blink of an eye. God speaks to you however it's going to work for you. However he's going to connect to you, right? And you're starting to trust that, and you're being emboldened. You're moving forward in such a good way. You trust the energy is gaining momentum. You already know. I've been putting in the work. I've been checking in. I'm not fearful of myself. I'm not worrying about what should have, would have, could have happened. I'm not worried about what's gonna happen in the future. I'm worried about now. I'm here now, and I'm giving myself that extra love. I'm recognizing all the gifts I've already been given. I'm celebrating them, and I'm learning how to pay it forward. It's not about giving back. Okay, it's not transactional. When you give and you do for somebody, you do it with a free heart. You don't create a connection. You don't pull from anybody. You give because you know it's coming back. Doesn't matter if it's from them or not. It's going to come back because that's the way it happens. And almost always it's going to be from other people. It's going to be from a whole nother direction, right? And when we start trusting that, we don't worry anymore. We just do because you know it's coming back. Capricorn. Woo, you stepped out. I get it. Like I literally get it. You're starting to trust in yourself. You're not holding on so tightly to everything. Like before it would be like, I must know this step, this step, this step, and then that one, and the next one. But now you're like, you're kind of letting go. You're releasing it and you're saying, I know I'm doing the work. And I know that if something doesn't go perfectly right, I'm gonna learn something and I'm gonna move forward. That is a big, big step. When you hold on to something so tightly, you don't give it room to grow. You don't allow it to go out and come back. You don't allow it to do what it needs to do. But when you release it, if it's meant for you, it's going to come back. You put your intentions out, you send it out with love, and you keep doing the work because you know it's going to come back. Because it's something that's meant for you. If it's meant for you, the universe will bring it back. I promise. And you're learning to trust that. That is the step. That was probably the hardest step that I had to learn because it's like trust was not a thing. We don't trust around here. What the hell? Hold your vision. 1551. You start seeing this number show up, and you will. But just remember, get present. What's going on around you? What are you thinking? How's your body feeling? I say it over and over, and the reason I do is because eventually it will sink in and you'll start actually doing it. When you start seeing those numbers, what were you thinking in your head? What was happening? How was your body feeling? Were there conversations going on around you? Was the radio playing? Was there a song playing? Was the TV going? Get real present, full body scan, check in. Because those little ideas, those little flashes, those little things, if you get patient, that's your answer. Those are the your guided intuitions that are going to lead you to your best, highest possible achievements. So hold your vision, manifestation, abundance, prosperity, dreams, vision, and success. Focus on the positive and keep your attention on the outcomes you desire. Now is the time to invest your faith and energy into your ideas, pursuing your goals with all your strength. Your spirit is beautiful, courageous, and brave. Embrace it as you work towards your dreams. Don't ever focus on what you don't want. Focus on what you do want. Yes, there's going to be things that teach you what you don't want, but we're not focusing on that. It's just meant for you to discern. I definitely don't want that. Okay, I don't want that, but what do I want? Right? And when we start focusing like that, we create a completely different space for ourselves. You're learning to let go of what all those things. And I think when you get overly critical, that's what's happening. When you're overly criticizing something, you're focusing on all the things you don't want to happen. When you could say, if I do this, then I'm going to get this better outcome. If I step over here and do this and turn this way, I'm going to get a far better outcome. Instead of, oh my God, why did I do that? That was horrible. Like the way we switch how we think is such a simple thing. And learning how to unlearn that takes a lot of time and a lot of practice. But when you do it, it becomes like breathing. And I think Capricorn finally hit that um, just kind of went over the precipice. Now it's not so much working, having to struggle for it as much. The noticing, the becoming, the trusting is already there. So now these things, like all of the things that I've been teaching, it's like you're taking it in, you're understanding it, you're processing it, and you're doing it and you're trusting. You're doing it just like breathing, which is why when I tell you and say the things that I do is because they're bite sized. So just if a little bit sinks in and you start doing that, and then you do another one and you do another one, all of a sudden you're doing this stuff just like breathing, and it becomes the way you carry yourself. So immediately in the day, from the moment you wake up till the time you go to sleep, you're always in that calm, balance, cool. Because anytime something tries to pull you out, oh, I see, yeah, that don't feel good to me. We're gonna switch that up. I'd rather think about this that I'm moving forward. Let's focus on that. And you're learning how to get out of that. You're learning how to not get stuck in those those loops that will keep you busy and weigh you down, and you're trusting that it is gaining momentum because you're putting in the work. You're learning how to be grateful. And it takes a long time. Even when we say, oh, I'm grateful all the time, but do you say it? What are you grateful for? Are you looking at the sun in the morning and saying, wow, what a beautiful sun? Thank you. Thank you for this fresh air. Thank you for this moment. Every single my kiddo will like the teachers told me, and it's kind of funny because they're like, "Oh, that's a Tiffany sentence," because the way she remembers things, and she says them out of context, is something that she does. But she will be out of nowhere like, oh, that sun is beautiful. Thank you, God, for this. Thank you. Because that's how we have our conversations. And when you start doing it and actually speaking it, um, you remind the universe. You don't get lost in all of the other things going on. You're taking up space and you're saying, I need to be seen, I need to be heard. And you're telling the universe, you're telling God, I love you. Thank you for all of the things you do for me. And when you do that, it shows. And it could be the smallest little thing. You're driving and all these red lights everywhere, and all of a sudden it's smooth sailing. There's a green light. There's another green light. There's another green light, and you're going, wait, what? Thank you. Thank you for safe passage, God. Thank you for letting me get there. And when you do that, just things start opening up, and you'll be like, oh, look, another one. Oh, look, another one. And it's just little things, but it happens. And it's like when you literally look at it and break it down like that, like God has so much control, he can change it like the stoplight. And you take it out for a moment, it's like it's so mind boggling. And you start seeing it. It's like literally like you could blink and it just happens. It's not us, it's God. But hi, Kevin. How are you? Welcome. I'm just about done. I'm just finishing up Capricorn. We got to get an affirmation because these are my most favorite. And I could give 1,000 affirmations a day. I think that if there's anything that could ever stick in our brain, these are the simplest, easiest ways to lift our vibration, to check in with ourselves, and to get out of those negative loops. Because when we're always manifesting. If you're breathing, you're manifesting. So, what would you prefer to manifest? Do you want to manifest more anxiety, stress, chaos, worry, or do you want to put in a little extra work for yourself and manifest more gratitude, more beauty, more amazing things happening in your life, more opportunities? If you do, speak it out. Absolutely speak it out. I am in sync with the flow of life. So simple. Learning to go with the flow and trusting in the things that you're doing, the things that you want to do, and knowing that you're doing it from a pure heart, pure intention, it's only going to be beneficial. It's always going to happen. Have you ever experienced ghosts? Like, have I ever seen a ghost? You know what I mean? When I was a kid, probably. I don't know. I don't like. Do I see ghosts? Is that what you mean? When we were kids, we lived in a house with a ghost. We named him Harold. I communicate with ease and grace. People are willing to embrace what I have to say. I want to answer your question, but I think I don't understand what your question is. Well, I think that everything is, yep. Have you ever seen one? Of course. I've seen many. I've seen many, many, many. Listen, everything, there's so many dimensions, there's so many realities. Just because you're here now in this one, when you raise your vibration, different timelines, different opportunities, they're there. The living, the dead, they're all there. And how you connect to them is up to you. But there's no doubt in my mind, we are not the only I don't even want to say living. We're not the only beings. We're souls, right? Where does your soul continue on when you die? Because it sure does, right? You're telling me your grandparents don't stick around to check on you, make sure you're doing okay, to help guide you. You think God doesn't allow them to do that? Hey, I see you walking down that path and it didn't work out real well for me. You think they're not letting them stay back a little and say, hey, wrong turn, wrong turn? Of course they are. Of course they are. Absolutely, I believe ghosts exist. Absolutely. As much as I believe in God, as much as I believe in universal law, I believe ghosts exist. 100%. So, Capricorns, that's what we got. You guys, I think out of the three today, you guys are kind of in the lead because you're starting to trust. Um, and you're blossoming. You're just being okay with being your weirdo self and trusting uh, in what you have to offer, in your knowledge, in what you're learning, uh, and just knowing that you're already enough as you are. And that is a really good space to be in. When you start understanding that you are enough exactly as you are, and anything else you learn and adjust along the way is what manifests. It's just like the icing on top, right? It's a whole different perspective. Ma'am, your name, please. My name is Tiffany. I'm assuming your name is Kevin. All right, I have to get off here now because I'm gonna. Oh yeah, it's 1:16. I like to push it right till the end. I don't know why, guys. Every one of you that showed up, Anastasia for your raid. I love you guys so much. Trini, the songs were amazing. I appreciate you more than you know. Raccoon, if you're still here, monetization is coming very very soon. Why are you laughing? Because I push it right to the end. Blessed, I just love you so much. You guys are amazing. The way you show up and show out for us is top notch. Truly, it is. I'm from Canada. Where are you from? Yes, I know. I gotta stop chatting. Kevin, I appreciate you. You can always add a comment in there. I'm not trying to ignore you, but I cannot be late to go get my kiddo, or I will be in trouble. And I don't want that. So I live in India. That's fantastic. Beautiful. Is it nighttime or daytime there? My God, what time is it there, Goga? Because if it's 1 p.m. here, it's like 1 a.m. there, 2 a.m. Oh my Lord. I'm pretty sure. Okay, I gotta get off here. I love you guys. Thank you all for showing up. 11. Oh, okay, so it's not quite 12 hours. 1 a.m. there. Wow. I'm never up that late at night now. I would just die. I would be dead. At 8:30, I'm done. It's bedtime. All right. I love you guys so much. Have a good day. When I go get Grace, maybe I'll be back on for fire or air signs. We'll see how it goes. No promises though. Uh, I hope you have a fantastic day. Thank you all for showing up. I love you so much. Trini, I can't wait to do amazing stuff with your song. Blessed, you're amazing. And Goga, you know I always love you. Have a good day, guys.